This is a HeadGum podcast.
Oh, yeah. Welcome to A Funny Feeling Podcast. I'm Betsy Sidaro.
And I'm Marcy Jarrow. This is a podcast where comedians tell us their paranormal experiences, and we listen to yours as well.
Oh, yeah. And if you have one of these paranormal experiences that you want to share with us, please email it to us at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Now get cozy.
And prepare yourself to be scared silly.
This is a Funny Feeling podcast. Hello, Betsy.
What up, Marcy?
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty dang good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good.
Today I was going to tell you a little of my local from my home state of Louisiana.
Okay.
A
very haunted state.
A very haunted state. And this is a story that is like an urban legend slash folklore.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So
I'm excited. I love urban legends.
So, there is this grave.
Oh God.
That exists in a cemetery that's in my home parish.
Okay.
So in Louisiana,
Parish, county.
A county is called a parish for some dang reason.
I don't know. Freaky stuff, but whatever.
It's French Catholic holdover stuff.
Ooh.
So, in my parish, Livingston Parish, which is not a very big parish, also I will say that my family kind of runs the place.
Oh, yeah.
No, they don't anymore. But they used, like, back in the day, my grandfather was the sheriff. My uncle was the sheriff after him. You know.
The sheriff of the parish.
The
Livingston Parish sheriff.
So Springfield is in that's where the courthouse and all the municipal buildings are, and it's pretty close to him in Louisiana, which is where I went to school at Southeastern Louisiana University.
So like you're kind of okay, great.
So it's like next to a town that's like more built up, but Springfield's a really little town.
Okay.
With basically one main drag.
Yep.
And it's just a tiny town. So there was this. And this was on Unsolved Mysteries too.
Oh shit!
So there is this.
I love Unsolved Mysteries.
It is. It's on Hulu. You can watch it.
Oh, I've been watching it. It's also on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
I've been watching it.
Oh, I'll be watching it.
It's the best.
There's this grave in the Springfield Cemetery, and it has a lot of story behind it.
Ew.
So
okay.
The story kind of ranges from what I heard as a kid. And so this kid died October 20th, 1983.
Spooky.
His name is Michael B. Brown.
Okay.
He died in a hit and run accident. Was run over. So some of the stories will say.
Sorry, when was this? In the 80s?
83. Yeah.
Okay.
And that would have been a month before his birthday.
Oh.
So some stories will say it was a little kid, but it wasn't. It was like a 15 about to turn 16-year-old kid.
Okay.
Which is still very sad and tragic. So he's hit by a person in a hit and run accident and then laid to rest. Days after he's buried.
Oh no.
The story goes.
Oh no.
That mysteriously on the back of his tombstone appears a child's drawing.
Ew.
Of
that.
What appears to be the scene of the crime.
What? No, my God.
That it shows.
What?
It shows.
Do you have a picture?
I'm going to pull up the picture for you. It shows, and I'll put it on our Instagram. So go to Funny Feeling Pod on Instagram.
Follow us.
It appears to show it's a child's drawing.
No
etched
fucking
in
way.
Deep into the stone, right? And it
That's
shows.
not Sharpie?
That's not Sharpie. It's etched in deep. Like, it's like. So the story goes that the mom was visiting the grave and then went to go get food or left for a short bit and came back and this was on, like all of a sudden etched in deep as if a professional had done it. And it's like the scene of the crime, basically. It's like a child's drawing of like the kid's dogs and like cars on the road. And it is said that it names
Who did it?
The person who did it.
Which one is the one who did it?
Well, there's a lot.
Because I've seen a lot of names.
There's a lot of names.
So like 20 people ran this kid over?
Well, I think he's just showing you like who was around or whatever.
Oh my God.
So that is the story that like all of a sudden it appeared and no one knows why.
Have you been to the grave and seen it?
Yes. So
what?
I was a senior in high school hanging out with my best friend forever, Rebecca.
BFF. Rebecca's the shit.
Yeah, she's the
awesome.
shit. We went to Austin with her recently, and she was telling me about this grave that I'd never heard of it before. And she was like, let's go see it.
Ew.
And I remember so specifically that it was like a Sunday evening, and like maybe I was this junior or senior. I can't remember if we were both in high school because she's a year ahead of me.
Yeah.
But we like left her house. Her parents were like, where are you going? We're like, to the cemetery. Bye. And it's like
a normal thing.
a 40-minute drive because it's all like back road little towns. So, so we drive to Springfield and it's dusk time. Ugh. So we get there and it's getting dark and we're like, we can't get seen because like, you know, this is trespassing and the cemetery closes at night and you're
dusk or whatever.
So you shouldn't be out there. And also it's like disrespectful to like go gawk at a grave.
Okay.
So
It is?
Yeah.
I mean, God, I've been gawking at graves my whole life.
Oh, baby, look at that tombstone.
Yeah, but that's a nice headpiece.
Big old bronze.
Big old, tiggled headpiece.
So we park in the cemetery and it's getting dark and we're walking around and all of a sudden a cop comes up with his flashlight and I don't know why Rebecca was always a peculiar child, but something like she screams and all of a sudden I see her shoe fly at the cop. And
that's hilarious.
She screamed and said, sorry, a frog jumped on my leg. And I was like, we're going to get shot by a cop because you kicked your shoe at him.
That's so funny.
And he's like, what are you girls doing here? Are you coming to look at that tombstone? Because it was such a problem.
Of course we are.
Yeah.
Of course we are, sir.
Yeah, sorry. And he's like, well, you're not supposed to be back here. But it's right over here. Come look at it.
Fun. So he's having fun.
He takes out his flashlight and he like tells us the story of the little boy. And it was like kind of a cool experience.
Yeah.
And it was very nice that he was like, okay, legend has it. And it was very funny. So, however, in 2003, there's an article written in the Livingston Parish News in which the mayor kind of debunks this. Yeah. So I'm going to read that to you because I think it's also very interesting. So also Livingston Parish News, this article, granted, it's been a long time, so you can't be held responsible, riddled with typos. Just riddled. Okay. So
I like that. Tell us every time there's a typo.
I mean, it says ghost Tories right off the bat.
Tories.
Ghost stories, first two words, first paragraph, first sentence.
Okay, great.
Ghost Tories about Michael Brown's grave were already going strong when Charlie Martin was elected mayor of Springfield in 1988. Just 5 years after the 15-year-old Holden boy died in a car accident north of Hammond. Variations and embellishments of the story basically just as Michael Brown was walking home along on a back road after a day of hunting when he was killed by a hit-and-run driver.
Yikes.
When his body was discovered, there were no clues, and his death would have remained unsolved if Michael's spirit hadn't intervened.
Wait, what? So it got solved?
That's just the legend of it.
Okay.
I don't know if that's actually true. Also, some people were like, he was a little baby boy, and some people were like, it was Halloween night.
I gotta say that drawing is a baby boy drawing.
It looks like a little kid's drawing, for sure. So, keep in mind that he is 16 years old.
Yes.
Maybe.
Okay.
Hey, I'm not a great drawer.
Yeah, and if I gotta etch something in deep into a grave, I'm gonna keep it simple.
Yeah.
Stick figures, trees that are just a circle with two lines coming out of them. I'm gonna keep it simple if I'm a
putting
ghost.
my dog out there.
Ghost Ori.
So, shortly after his headstone was erected, some stories say that it was later the same day that Michael's mother returned to the grave in the Springfield cemetery and found a drawing had been carved on the back of the headstone. Oof. It depicted the accident and even named the driver Wilkinson and his passengers. Based on those clues, police confronted Wilkinson and he confessed.
What?
So the tale had all the right elements of a good ghost story. A local teens and SLU students have been passing it along for years. Blah, 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 blah. So, but Mayor Martin laughed at the spooky goings-ons. Mayor Martin. As did other adults with good sense, and he would have considered them harmless fun if not for the trash left behind by partying thrill seekers, candle wax on headstones, wrappers from snacks and fast food.
So far, not too bad.
Crushed beer cans and dozens of cigarette butts that became increasingly hard to ignore. In 1997, about 2 years after his own son died, Mayor Martin and his wife were visiting his grave when they were approached by Mary Anthony, Michael Brown's sister. Vandals had knocked over her brother's headstone, and she needed help lifting it back into the cooping, I guess that's what you call it.
Yeah.
The Martins asked her if there was any other truth to the stories, and she said they were completely false. She'd been telling people for years that when she encountered them at Michael's grave, but they didn't believe her. Mayor Martin added his voice to the denials then, but got no better results. The visitors kept coming, wearing a path through the grass of the cemetery and desecrating not only Michael's grave, but also others nearby.
That's nuts.
That people were like being shitty and trashy. Yeah, if you're gonna go gawk at a grave, do it like Betsy and I.
Yeah.
Wear your little painter suits.
We wear little booties.
We wear painter suits.
We treat it like it's the Galapagos Islands, where it's like you stay on the path. You do not have an ounce of trash on you or you will get fined.
You will get fined.
Like, come on, guys. Gawk.
So
gawk in a nice way.
Be a polite gawker. Okay, after police made a few drug busts there, aldermen considered locking the gates, but instead passed an ordinance against loitering in the cemetery between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m.
Okay.
Since then, they've issued 15 to 20 citations a month.
Whoa.
That's a lot. That's a lot for a very small town.
They could just collect all of their quota.
Honestly, I would have gotten a citation but that nice officer.
Yeah.
And that's why he was there. Because he was like, I stay here all night.
Yeah. Oh, spooky.
Very like he wasn't one of my uncle's officers at the time because my uncle was the sheriff, but he would have been local police. Reporters approached Martin several times over the years, but he had forgotten Anthony's name and never pursued it until he contacted him this year. So with little research, he discovered Gertrude Wilkerson. And this is the person who's allegedly named the driver of the car who hit. So Michael.
Shit.
Oh, right? Or am I getting this wrong? Wait, no, I have it wrong. Yes, so that's what allegedly depicts, but I think in reality, it's Michael Brown's relatives. So Michael Brown's mother had ordered this headstone from Louisiana Memorials, and he contacted her suggesting a meeting to debunk the myth. She was reluctant, but if you put a lot of light on something, it's nonsense. It just gets worse. Whatever. So the mother had moved to Los Angeles weirdly. Mother? Yeah, in 1987. Okay. And before she left, she found candles and candy, whatever. So when she returned in 1996, she discovered that her daughters Anthony and Pamela had been shielding her from the worst of it.
Oh, no.
But that she would find people there. So she's always found litter, and she would put angels out. They'd be broken. She had to buy about 80 pounds of potting soil a year to fill it in. Anyway, so the truth
to fill what in?
I don't know what people were doing. I guess the plants that were being knocked over. So the truth.
Why would people? That blows my mind.
Yeah, this is a very poorly written article because I still don't understand what's happening. But
I have no clue what's going on.
A more interesting thing is that the owner of Louisiana Memorials is named Leslie Moonves.
Moonves?
Moonves, like Les Moonves of CBS, the man who just groped and pinched a bunch of butts.
Whoa!
That guy who just got Me Too'd.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So they gave me the owner of Louisiana Memorial says they gave me a drawing on a brown paper bag. I traced it on the mask of the stone and cut it out and blasted it just like I always do. When I heard the stories, I told people the truth, but I didn't know what else to do. Only one of my men even ran a tour bus over there while he was setting up a monument, or ran into a tour bus. He told them the true story, but they didn't believe him.
Whoa,
so basically what she's saying...
Who asked them to do that?
So the mother gave the memorial a drawing that apparently he had done the night before his death. because he loved to fox hunt, and that's why there's a picture of a fox. It's
Wait, what?
This
How'd you get that out of the article?
Because I read a couple other ones too.
Okay.
But it's very confusing. So even if this is like a thing the mother chose to put on a grave,
Nuts,
what a
dude.
crazy thing.
Yeah, and
when you
put it on
see
the back.
Put it on the back. It's a drawing that shows like animals with X's over their eyes, so they're clearly dead, which makes sense if he's hunting foxes. Fixes.
But then why would he put... I don't...
I think the names are just other people he knows in his family. And it's not really the hit and run driver, but it's still a mystery. Like even with this explanation debunked, it's still very confusing. I mean, that was the end of the article.
Wild.
It was just like, duh. Also, Livingston Parish News, get on it.
You think they're still going?
Yeah,
I guess they have a website.
There's not a lot of other business in the area.
Okay. Whoa, that is weird.
So I would say if you go there, be respectful. Don't leave trash. In fact, you know what they say about the Parks Department? Leave it better than you found it.
Thank you. Leave it better than you found it.
Leave it better than you found it. But it's a super crazy mystery.
That's so weird.
This almost 16-year-old boy being hit by a car, and that a weird drawing on the back.
And for the mom
to
be like, put this on.
My son.
I believe that more than any of it.
Oh, of course.
Especially if the dude's like, yeah, I had to carve it in.
He's like, it wasn't easy.
Yeah.
Normally, I just like...
I could do letters well.
Because I have them cast.
Yeah, I can do that. But when I have to chip away and do like little stick fit, and it's like smaller.
Yeah.
Like small details.
Yeah, and I mean, it is like, truly you can put your like pinky finger. It's deep.
Whoa.
So,
God, what if...
What?
I'd be so bummed if my mom found like a weird drawing I did like the night I died. Well, first of all, I'm not getting buried. I'm getting fucking cremated or turned into a tree.
I want the tree pod
I want
thing.
the tree.
Have you guys seen this, listener people? Have you seen it? Answer me.
Answer us now.
It's a pod where they put your body into like a
and a tree grows from you.
Yes.
I want that bad.
That sounds really nice. I would love for like a tree to grow out of me and they'd be like, is that a hand?
Yeah.
Ew, it's her hand.
Ooh,
and it's
I
a
hope
branch.
that happens. Yeah.
That's the story.
That's creepy.
Of the Springfield Cemetery.
I gotta watch the Unsolved Mysteries because was it probably like who knows who did it?
Yeah, they don't know. It's like also I think some accounts say that the mother contacted the producers and they're like, nah, no thanks. Like they were like not interested. I mean, obviously, like
she moved to LA, so
it was a very confusing story, though, right?
Yeah,
like
very confusing.
I was literally reading it pretty close to verbatim. Guys, Livingston Parish News. I mean, I know it's a different time. That was 2003, but come on. Early aughts are no excuse.
No way, man.
So that is the story.
Ooh, that's fun and spooky.
Hey, guys, why don't you?
Hey, why don't
send
you?
me your convoluted stories.
Yes, we love typos. Send us your ghost stories.
Ghost stories.
Send us your ghost stories.
I feel like British people are going to be like, I know exactly what a ghost story is.
Yeah.
Send us folklore, legends,
and
second hands, whatever.
We love it.
We love it. Send it to funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com.
Yeah. Also, subscribe,
rate,
review.
Tell a friend.
Tell friends.
Guess what? It's coming up on spooky time season.
Ooh, yeah, I'm so excited.
How about this? Let's see if this works. Even maybe you fast forward already. I'm going to recommend you 3 of my favorite spooky podcasts right now.
Good.
I'm going to shout them out.
That's good.
So maybe karmically it will come back to us.
That's nice.
Okay. So
yeah, what are your 3s?
Right now you can listen to, starting from August to end of October, Spooked Podcast.
Okay.
It's so good.
Okay.
It's done by the guy who does Snap Judgment, which is also really good. It's really well produced. There's some spooky sound effects, but not too much so that it's annoying. It's done well. So called just Spooked.
Okay.
And it only comes out for 3 months of the year. So
Great. Okay.
check it out. They're fun listens. Then we got, I love Jim Harold's Campfire, where he has people call in and tell stories.
Yeah.
He's mostly just, he seems like a nice dad, being like,
Oh.
ooh, that's spooky.
That's delightful.
He's very nice. But he also has a paranormal podcast where he has experts and like people who've written
Cool.
books. So there's 2 podcasts, Campfire, and it's called Jim Harold's Campfire or Jim Harold's Paranormal Podcast. Both of them are great.
Awesome.
And then let's see, one other one. What other one?
I like that. I can't remember. I feel so bad. The British one. I think it was only a specific amount of episodes.
Yes.
Haunting?
I'm going to find it right now. So
It's on my phone, too.
Vamp.
So Halloween's coming up.
I'll just pause.
Yeah.
I unpaused it, and it's called Haunted.
Haunted. It's fun. It's spooky. It's all in like the United Kingdom.
Yes.
So like Scotland. It's awesome.
So
it's spooky.
Haunted. It's a panoply, and then Jim Harold self-producing. Good for you, Jim. And
Yeah,
then
Jim.
Snap Judgment presents Spooked.
Ooh.
All of those are great.
How fun.
So let's hope that karma works fast and that you guys will not just pay it forward, guys.
Yeah.
All right.
That was good, Marcy.
Thanks.
I like that.
It was maybe confusing, but
I'm
that's
in,
all
though.
mysteries are.
It's pure confusion. It's a puzzle.
Hell yeah.
It's a puzzle.
Guys, we are so excited today
Oh my
for
goodness.
this
So
guest
pumped.
because we are truly enormous fans of her work. You've seen her work.
Yeah.
We've seen her in Don't Tell Mom the Babysitter's Dead.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Blade
Runner. 6 Feet Under. She's won Golden Globes, right?
And the Spanish Oscar.
Oh,
and I
my
was,
God.
And I was nominated for 2 Emmys, and so it goes on.
You just said that you were a woman who's lived many lives.
That's
Yeah.
true.
We
And yes, I have. I really have. I've lived a huge life.
So
Now,
we have Joanna
just-
Cassidy. Thank you
Okay.
so much. Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, my
Thank
goodness.
you.
We're such big fans.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm fans of you
Yeah.
too. I've been listening to your podcast,
that's so
and
Thank you
I
so
think they're so
much.
much fun.
I mean, not to like talk about ourselves, but I think we were like,
No, Marcy, talk
Yes,
about
but,
ourselves.
like, I think ghost stories are fun and not, they're sometimes scary, but mostly fun. So I think it's nice to have like one
Well,
that's not too like
yeah.
spooky music.
Well, I think it's I think it's really important to take these things seriously. Like, for example, I'm wearing white today.
Yeah.
Because I think when you this is almost like a seance table, which I've
Yes.
done many times.
What?
And I
Oh
have
my gosh.
run seances, and we are drinking water that is from an Indian mountain spring.
Are you serious?
I am serious. I mean, I think that these things
Yeah.
are really important
Yes.
to not only encourage the spirits to be with us, but
Yeah.
also keep out the negative ones. And
Yes.
so as we speak about the paranormal and the other side and so on, which I have had many, many experiences.
Oh my God, yeah.
I'm not going to deny that. I mean,
Yeah.
I have, and
Yeah.
I love it.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, because I think really, in essence, our brains are so large, and we use, maybe a pinch of it, you
Yeah.
know, and I'm always fascinated in discovering the parts that, or helping discover the parts that we're not
Yes.
aware of, if not for everybody else, at least for myself.
Right.
Yeah. Big
So I can
time.
walk away going, I think I know a little bit more than what I was taught as a child
Yes.
and the rules that I was given.
Yes.
Because I know there are other rules. There are other rules
There
here.
have
you know.
to be,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
There have to be other rules.
I think so. And also that it's like that maybe life or the afterlife is way less black and white than we believe.
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
that like
Yes.
things that can seem like maybe scary, spooky, or like malevolent aren't always. And sometimes they can be just as tricky as people are. Or complicated, at least. Yeah.
Well, come on now. The devil was an angel, so
That's
I mean,
true.
it's kind of
Yeah.
That's
It's
true.
very complicated.
kind of mixes in there. You know, if you know what I mean.
Exactly. That's true. Yeah.
my
So we
gosh.
always start by asking our guests, what, if anything, do you believe about the paranormal? But you've already started in. So, like,
Yeah.
are there any things that, like, you're like, I don't think that's real? So I assume you believe in ghosts and spirits.
Okay. Well, all right. I'll tell you some
Yeah.
things. You know, I'm just doing my garden now, and I was over at a home that's being torn down in Beverly Hills, and I actually there were 3 rocks in the garden, not large ones. They spoke to me.
Yeah.
And I knew they weren't going to go anywhere but in some dump truck somewhere. So
Yeah.
I helped myself to them because I knew they were, you know,
Right.
it's terrible. I stole the rocks.
You stole rocks.
I stole the damn rocks.
And we're here to talk about that, too.
Okay. Because those rocks have a life. They have a life, and they've been through a lifetime.
Goodness, yeah.
So they have stories to tell, and I wanted them here.
Yeah.
I wanted them here in my garden.
Oh.
Now, another garden story, which is very interesting. I owned a home in Louisiana for 10 years.
In what part of Louisiana?
This is, I don't know what you'd call this. It was a town called Natchitoches on the Cane River.
Okay, so like up north,
Yeah,
northern
kind of,
Louisiana.
yes, northern Louisiana. Now we're south of Shreveport. And
Right.
my home was built in 1840. It was a brilliant home. There were many ghosts there. And having been told of them before by the previous owner, I mean, she and I actually experienced the same woman that died in the house. So
What?
we were able to share that story. And
Oh, wow.
Anyway, and the house also had a tunnel under it that went out to the bayou.
Oh.
And under the tunnel, they ran booze and slaves.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
So, and they ran them up through the house, and then they escaped. You know, so I had all that. Plus, the house was a brothel.
Oh my!
So
You have all the fixins for a good ghost story.
It's a trifecta.
Yo, yes, I did.
That house probably needed some nice energy in it, too.
It did. All
Yeah.
my homes do. It's almost like I come in and I go, "Okay, I'm here. I'm here now. I'm gonna fix you
You're
up."
gonna
Oh, that's so
give
nice.
it some kind of spiritual rehab.
No, I give it the I give it the mojo,
Yeah.
and there's no question about it. Homes need that. Homes
Yeah.
carry a huge energy of the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, you know, builders, whatever, whoever's been in them.
Yeah.
I always clear a house and make it my own, and
Right.
I feel that I have a wonderful energy, so I have no
Yeah,
hesitation in doing that, and I whatever all the things that I do, and I sage, and I.
Yeah.
And I'll take you around the garden. You'll see some of the things that I believe in, that I feel certain plants need to be planted somewhere
Yeah.
to protect the house.
So what's the type of plant that protects a home? I've never heard. This is like brand new. I haven't heard this. And
I'm going
Marcy,
to show
getting
you.
your
You
notebook
have
out?
you have and I can't think of it. The spiny little plant,
Like-
and then the ones with the huge. Like, nobody can get past those.
Right?
Yeah.
They
That makes
can't
sense.
open a window.
Yeah.
Come on,
That
you
makes
know.
sense. Having like some kind of cactus or
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
spiny succulent, like
Yes.
an agave with like.
Yeah.
There's no way they're going to get by. They can't open that window.
Absolutely.
Oh my God. Yeah.
I had a neighbor who had to put wine corks on the end of her agave. She was like, we get stabbed by it too much.
Well, there is one rose bush out there which I saved. This house was pretty done in.
Yeah.
The plants were going. They were that
Yeah.
close to dead, and there was a climbing rose that was on the side here.
Oh,
And
beautiful.
red, simple red, but she was suffering and she was pissed off.
Oh.
So she grew these enormous spines. I mean, the thorns.
Yep.
And every time I would go by to clear another air, she'd grab me with those things. I swear to God, it's like, yo, I'm going
Like,
to
hey,
move
I'm
you.
trying to help
I'm going to
you.
move you. I'm going to. So I dug her out of the ground. And I replanted her over here. And out of all this dead is coming the most amazing rose tree.
Wow.
I'm still going to cut her thorns off.
Right.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I need to replant
Yeah.
her, and nobody can get near her
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
she nails you. But I mean, That would be another plant that I would put in front of a window.
Exactly. Stop everybody.
And, nobody could get by that one.
Yeah.
Honestly, I've never thought about how
I haven't either, and that's so smart.
simple and smart that is. You're like, just plant a bunch of thorny, beautiful, even like bougainvillea has thorns on
That's
it.
absolutely
Yes.
right.
Oh, yeah.
Well, think about it. Why are you going to go out and spend, hundreds and thousands of dollars on cameras and stuff?
Yeah.
And you watch the thieves jump around and try and get
Yeah,
the
so you can
thorns
see
out of
what
it.
them
Have
stealing.
some laughs.
That's so funny. So, you were telling us about this house in
Oh, my
Louisiana.
gosh. Yeah.
Can you tell us any of the experiences that you had there?
Oh, sure. And I still have them here. I had something happen the other day that was so odd.
Oh, my.
I like to do funny things in a house, and I'm very into animal. See my cats up there on the wall.
Yes, I love
There's
them.
two porcelain cats hanging on the walls. They're
Okay,
white.
yeah.
They match beautifully too.
Yes, they do. Now they're see them. They're looking down. They're keeping an eye on everything. Okay,
Yeah.
all my little spirit animals and things are all keeping an eye and protecting me. And I have a photograph of my son over there with the bird from. The Maltese falcon over there.
Yes,
and,
okay.
And underneath I had an Indian bowl, and I had Indian beads in it. Mm-hmm. Well, I put that there. Nobody moves my stuff because there are certain areas that I say, are just absolutely unmovable. You can't just. Well, that bowl was moved over 2 feet. Now, I'm sorry. That doesn't just happen. And there was no one in the house.
Oh, my.
That moved that bowl.
Ooh, okay. Yeah.
Okay, and I just went. Now that's the first time that's happened in this house because it everything else is cool. I've saged the house.
right.
The house is clear. It's taken me a while to do it, but I did it. I feel like it's totally protected now. In Louisiana, when I bought that home, it was built in 1840. Wow. And I didn't know all the things then. There was down in the basement, which rarely you have in Louisiana. You just don't have them.
Too wet.
There was an arched, bricked-in arch.
Oh, goodness.
And
God, that's
huge, huge beams and, gigantic hand-carved beams. Clearly it was old. But,
Yes.
But this indicated that at one time there was a tunnel of some sort.
We saw a lot of that stuff when we were in Austin.
Yes.
When we were touring places that had the same bricked in tunnels.
Right. Well, I didn't know until the people across the street were putting in a retaining wall and the builders there were building down. And I kept hearing the street in between when people would go like in front of the house. It would be like a funny sound.
Right.
Oh, my. Yeah.
That half sound between like something's empty or something's wrong under it,
Yep.
the dirt isn't packed enough.
Yeah.
And anyway, it did actually. One car went in it.
What?
This is before, but it was kind of simultaneous as to when the people across the street were building the retaining wall.
Oh.
And we did in fact see the tunnel, which had been mostly filled up.
Yeah.
But not enough to keep his car from going into the...
Oh no! This is why we
That's
don't
wild.
build underground in Louisiana.
Yeah.
They just must not have known back then that our it's too moist. It'll just
Too
crumble
moist.
in. Yeah.
Especially if there's a hole there.
Yes. Well, if it's empty for sure.
Oh, my God.
So anyway, I was first there, and I've told this story before, but I didn't have anything in the house but a blow up bed.
Yeah.
And a makeshift kitchen, and I kept hearing this crying, and and then I started dreaming about a little slave girl that came through the tunnel with one child in her arm, and she was pregnant. Well, that wasn't so far off from the truth. Come to find out years later from an expert in the town who knows every single thing about how in some of the homes they had, makeshift what do you call this? Where they make the booze, you know. The,
Oh yeah,
like a little distillery.
distillery, right?
Yeah.
And that's how they hid what they were doing. Was
Yeah.
they would dig down these tunnels, but
Yep.
that would be it under the house.
Yeah.
And then they'd pull up the plank wooden door and then go down in the distillery. Well, they've pretty much been discovered at this point because the
Yes. houses
have been sold over the years and so on. But she knew about them all, and she said, you know, your home was owned by the man that owned a lot of land around here. The first person that bought the home and it was the land was purchased in the 1700s.
Oh my God.
Natchitoches is the oldest home in the Louisiana Purchase.
Whoa.
And so this piece of land was like purchased in 1760, and a black woman built the home there. She had two Italian bricklayers build her this home. She couldn't keep it. She lost the home.
Yeah.
And then these businessmen, bought the home. And interestingly enough, each room had its own exit.
Whoa.
It had a dog trot center hallway.
Yeah.
That was like the living room. So they could have the girls in. And, you know, then they could leave out the side door just in
Yep.
case their wives came
When it
in
was
town.
when
you
it
know.
was a brothel, right?
Yeah, when it was a brothel, but it was also I'm not sure the sequence of everything, but
Yeah.
it could have been earlier on than that the man who first owned it before the businessman
Yeah.
had kept a slave down there. I always dreamt that, you know, and
Wow.
I said enough is enough, you know. So I wrote the dude a letter. And I put it down in the basement, and I said, your time is done, buddy. I own this home. You can go now.
Yeah.
And he didn't appear again. I did see him in the mirror during
What?
the day. Yeah, I saw him in the mirror. I was getting dressed, and I had a mirror in my bathroom, which I faced, and he walked right across the mirror
Ooh, I got chills.
and into the wall. And
Whoa.
I wasn't afraid. I ran into the bathroom to see if there was smudge, you know, around there. And well, there wasn't, but he wasn't either reflected in the mirror.
Yeah.
So I know it was a ghost.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So it was crazy wild. But
Oh wow.
I'm not, I mean, unless it's a really scary ghost, I think I could handle them. It might be odd to jump through someone who doesn't exist.
Right.
You know, if
Try
you're
to
trying
tackle
to
someone. I actually have never thought about that. That is pretty silly.
swing around to give him a punch and there's nothing there, you know.
Try to hit him with your bat and you're not going to get anything.
I tried to tase a ghost. Nothing happened. It's really funny because Betsy and I often talk about how I'm very open to seeing things because I also feel like I think I can handle a lot. Like in my experience that I've had, I've been like, I've claimed my space and it's like, you know, it's scary, but then everything is gone. So, but she's very afraid.
I don't
She
want to
doesn't
see
want to see a
anything.
ghost.
I don't need that.
I don't know if I want to
don't
see
need
it.
that.
Yeah, that's
But you have your buddy here.
I know.
mean, how could
I'll
you be
like,
afraid?
You
I mean,
leave Betsy alone.
Thank you.
Well,
Well, I like
I
the
mean, you
writing a
know.
letter.
well, you know, when you talk about this all the time, you do pull this.
Hey, shit. All right.
I don't want to
know,
say
Marcy
anything 'cause
keeps threatening me
Betsy
that I'm
will get
gonna see
mad.
a ghost.
I was like, it's gonna happen, and she gets mad.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it.
Well, you
just. I mean, in the end, we have to learn to live with them because
Yeah.
they're all over the place.
Yeah.
Yes.
They're really
Yeah.
all over. So
I think that's why that I'm not always afraid because I think that most people aren't so bad, so most ghosts can't be so bad.
right.
Yeah,
Right.
like even if they are like, you know, even a murderer probably had some friends.
Oh, for sure. For
You
sure.
just
I
gotta
think
get on
so.
the right side of a murderer.
For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
For sure.
I think they've got some buds. Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
You gotta have some good friends. So just be nice, kiss up a little bit.
There you go. That's all you gotta do.
Not that I'd want to become a friend of a murderer.
No, I mean we probably all are, right?
Yeah, without knowing.
We have it, but we have a conscience.
Yes,
That's
yes.
the only thing that keeps us together and keeps
Yes.
us straight and
Yep.
keeps us from doing that. So,
So how long did you live in that house in Louisiana?
10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
I didn't live there full time. I had a home here, so I,
Yeah.
go back and forth, but every time was an experience. And the Indians called that town the thin place because it was so close to the other dimension.
What?
I cannot believe I haven't. I've only been there
Marcy?
once as a kid, but my aunt went to college there.
Yeah.
But I've only been to Natchitoches once because they have like the Festival of Lights.
Of course, yes.
In the winter.
Northwestern State.
Yeah, that's where my aunt-
and the Louisiana school. Mhm.
Yeah, she played basketball there.
Yeah.
But it's beautiful. It's unlike the rest of Louisiana. When I went there, I noticed that
It's a little town stuck in time.
yeah. Also, it's where Still Magnolias is set. I
Yes,
believe.
that's right.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
So that
Now we know what we're talking about.
So you see, like, it's just a lot. I don't know how to describe it, but it's not as like it's not quite as swampy as the rest of Louisiana. Although it is, but it's like it's something about it. It just feels like more green and pretty and like put together, and like the streets are.
Oh yes, I was trapped. I did a film there, and it was a beautiful afternoon. And I was walking over the little bridge there, and there was a rainbow.
Oh,
and there was
that's
a
it.
fountain in the middle, and I said, "Oh, I think I have to live here."
I need to live here for a while. Oh, that's so
I
great.
do think Louisiana is a magical place. It has like a lot of energy to it.
It does.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's a place unto its own.
Yeah, the people are different there. So eccentric. Everyone is so eccentric that they like don't notice eccentricities anymore.
Yeah, that's just kind of the norm.
It takes an outsider like me to go, what the heck am I doing
Even
here?
the sweet little old lady that you find, like she'll be like, you're like, but also you're so bizarre too.
Yeah.
Like, my grandmother was such a strange woman.
Yeah.
but fun and like sweet, but you're like, where are the normals? There's not any. I didn't realize it until I moved away. And then I tell people stories about my family and they're like, what are you, what?
That's
Or they
not
don't
a
do-
So which are you more comfortable with, the normals or the
I think that I only know bizarre as normal, so.
Oh, okay, all right.
But I'm
Yeah.
like, that's comfortable. Yeah, weird people are very comfortable to me.
Yes, and people are. I happen to like the weirds.
Yeah.
The weirds.
really
I
do.
love the weirds.
I like a weird.
I love the weirds.
Yeah, I like a weird. But yeah, it is a very magical place. I wonder if it's, we've talked about it before on this podcast that like sometimes water draws energy. That there's so much water in Louisiana. There's rivers everywhere. There's creeks and, the swamps and the bayous that like, it just kind of draws the energy.
vortex.
Yeah.
And interesting fauna and birds, and
Yes.
there's just a lot of life there, and there's room to have it. I mean, I one of my favorite things was getting in my car and just driving through all that green, and I would just drive, and the roads would be empty, and it was ecstatic.
Yes.
I just absolutely loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
There's a lot of open space out there.
There is.
So when we first came here, you told us about a little chair
Yes.
that you got from there. Would you want to talk about it?
Well,
Or
I told you about the little person that
Yeah.
inhabits that chair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Agnes.
Yeah.
And I bought that chair 10 years ago. I went into an antique store, and I looked around. There were some beautiful things, and I was, collecting. It's a 4-bedroom home, so there was plenty of room. And I saw some gorgeous things, but my eye went right to this chair. And as you saw, it's a little chair,
It's a little chair.
it's not a normal person's chair,
Yeah.
And I said, I think I have to have that, but I think you have to tell me the story about
Yes,
that. And I was
smart.
very fortunate to, encounter the person that knew the history of that chair. And Agnes was a very bright little girl, but she was a small person, a little person.
Yeah.
And it was hard for her to walk. So that was her chair. And people, she was very clear about people. If she felt that people were condescending to her, she would have a fit.
Whoa, yeah.
And she could manage to, so crawl over and bite their ankles or something,
Yeah.
So, but she had a temper.
Yeah.
She had a temper, but she, for the most part, was, if you acknowledged her, she was a very sweet little thing. But I said, okay, I'm buying the chair, and Agnes and I are going to have a really interesting time. So
I gotta say, I'd watch this road trip movie.
so it was one of the things that I didn't know that I was going to bring back here.
Yeah.
I had a lot of things there when I moved. I had to decide, and I said, oh no, she's coming with me.
Yes.
And it'll be really interesting when I put her in the house to see who picks up on the chair. And I will tell you that 80% of the people that come in the house say, that chair feels very weird. And there's something that's going on. What's going on with that chair? And the story's there.
Yes.
The story is there.
Yeah.
But sometimes she's, more present than others. And I feel her.
Yes.
More than I see her. I feel her.
Yep.
And so, I always know there could be a little disturbance or commotion or, that kind of thing if she gets annoyed. So, so I as you saw, I put a little pair of shoes there.
I saw that.
So she wants to help her walk.
Yeah.
If she feels like getting up. But sometimes, I swear, I'm in the kitchen, I'll hear those little shoes walking.
Oh my God.
I swear to God.
I just got such chills.
And they're moved.
No.
They're moved.
Oh no. Oh my.
It's just
my
like that bowl.
Yes.
See, I told you earlier that I cleared this house. There's no negative energy.
Yeah.
But to me, ghosts and inhabitants of our space are not demonic.
Yeah.
Right.
They're just not at all. I consider them friends.
Right.
I feel like I have company here.
Yeah.
And I don't mind it at all. It just freaks everybody else out.
Right.
Yeah. I like thinking of it like that.
Yeah. It's just friends.
Just friends
Just
hanging
hanging
out.
out.
I like hanging out with friends. I can handle this.
I can handle
Agnes.
this. Yeah, because when we walked in, you immediately addressed Agnes with us.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Do you have any sort of other communication with her? Like, do you think you know what like you said, you feel her, so you can tell when she's annoyed?
Yeah, absolutely. I feel when
like-
she's annoyed, and I also feel when she's very comfortable.
Yeah.
That's nice.
When
What-
she's just, laid back and enjoying herself and enjoying her day. And
What happens if you have a busy day where like Amazon's coming a lot? Does she get kind of annoyed with that? It's like, can't you just send them all in one box?
Well, I'll tell you one thing. I move the chair if friends bring over dogs.
Oh.
I take the chair upstairs.
That would make sense.
Goodness.
Doesn't it? Because
Yeah,
I
that
just
makes-
because I don't want a dog in here barking at the chair, and they do.
Also,
Yeah,
it would
of course
probably be
it-
scary to her.
Of
to
course
have-
it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the dogs are uber sensitive, as
Of
you know.
course.
So I have to move the chair.
Yes.
out of upstairs.
And even in our walking life, if some dogs don't understand what children are.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
they're just like, I know what a baby is. And I know what a grown up is, but in between, they like, is that another animal that I need to be territorial with? And I've seen like dogs
Or dominant.
Yes, exactly.
Dominant,
So
yeah.
I've seen dogs like be like more aggressive to a 4-year-old than they would like a toddler.
Yeah.
It's so strange how they're like, I understand the difference, but I don't know what that is, and I'm gonna show it who's the boss.
Oh.
Well, I think that life lives in everything. I mean, metal. I feel like even metal was alive, and
Yeah.
certainly trees are. And I have a tree in the back that's a
Yes.
eucalyptus, and her name is Ethel.
Great.
And Ethel was on a big lean there, and I was concerned because the neighbors have a very sandy yard, and eucalyptus roots are not very deep.
Okay.
So the people that owned this house before that started, I first rented this house.
Oh, yeah.
They wanted to cut it down. And I said, absolutely not. You cannot cut this tree. And I mean, I'm talking a big lean.
Yeah.
And she was loaded with all leaves that hadn't been cleaned. And so, the base of the tree was not in good shape.
Right.
And so I cleaned her up. And she's had a tough summer because it was so hot here.
Mm-hmm.
So she's shedding her bark right
Yeah,
now. But
me
I
too,
go talk
Ethel.
to her all the time.
Me too.
And she's another one of my protectors.
Yeah.
She watches over this yard. It's her job.
Yeah.
I
It's her
love that
job.
so much.
Yeah.
Ethel.
Now I'm feeling really guilty about my gardening that I've been neglecting.
Oh, you should feel very guilty.
Yikes. I don't even really have. I got a lemon tree.
You got to take care of it.
Oh, we do. Oh, we do.
Oh, gosh. I guess I'm going to go. I mean, I started cleaning up this weekend, guys. I went to Orchard. They're having
the
a
new
big
one. Yeah, because are they closing down?
They're closing down.
I saw that.
Orchard or Osh?
Osh.
Osh, yes.
Yes.
I must get there.
Yeah.
Gotta
Yes.
get there.
I
Yeah,
saw-
everything's for
I
sale.
was
Yeah.
like, yeah, here's an advertisement
It's
for free,
such
guys.
a cool building.
Yeah, I don't know what they're going to do with it
I
now.
hope they turn it into Dave and Buster's.
It might. It just might.
Yeah.
I was hoping they would turn into a Whole Foods in Los
Oh,
Feliz.
that'd be pretty
They
nice.
need one out there, right?
Yeah, sure.
It
why
looks
not?
like it could be. Anyway, I meant to ask you earlier, and I think I know the answer, but do you believe in aliens and like extraterrestrial, like that kind of life outside of Earth?
Sure. I
Yeah.
saw one right out here.
What?
What? I'm so glad I
Oh my
asked.
God.
Where did you see?
I didn't see an alien
Yeah.
person, but I saw an alien spaceship. It was I when I first moved in, I had knee surgery,
Okay.
and I was lying in the bed there. It was 3:00 in the morning, and there's a huge pine tree out there. I mean,
Yeah.
it's enormous. And I saw this thing, and this was 4 years ago, so
Yeah.
it was not one of those whatchamacallits.
Like a droid? No,
Yeah.
a drone.
No, a drone.
A drone. A drone.
Droid.
Close.
Maybe it was a droid.
I don't know. It could have been a droid. Who knows? Nowadays. Was it an iPad? It was probably an iPad.
So it was moving in the strangest ways. I mean, like a design,
And
like a
that's what
star,
so many people.
and like I mean, like and funny, fast, up and down, and sideways, and this and that.
Oh.
So I watched it for the longest time,
Yeah.
and I said, "That's a spaceship." I was there
It
in
has
bed,
to
and
be.
I just, "That's a spaceship." Oh, I guess. That's it. And I always sort of, I think the government really is keeping like major secrets from us.
Absolutely.
I was taken out to 54, which is like the, that's the
Yeah.
whole Army's like secret place. And
Yeah.
You got to tour it,
I
or
did.
just
I did. And Area 54. And I so wanted to, the top guy wasn't there. I was with a pretty top guy. He was
Yeah.
a 4-star general, but
Oh my
I didn't get to
God.
the guy that was, in charge of that. And I so wanted to say, I'd like to go to the alien room.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, man. Where's the alien room, please?
what's a girl
But anyway,
gotta do to get to the alien room?
To finish up with that story, 3 nights later, I was having dinner up in Mulholland area.
Yeah.
And I was just talking to one of the guests, and I throw these things out sometimes. Most people think I'm crazy, but I said, "Geez, I was watching this thing the other night at 3 a.m." and he said, "I saw it too. I watched it too. I thought I was crazy." I said, "Okay, so all right, I'm validated."
Yeah. Yes.
No, but I think there are all kinds of aliens walking amongst us. I really do. I just feel like they're all there. It's
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can't have writers like Isaac Asimov and people like that
Yeah.
writing about these things 60, 70, 80 years ago
Yeah.
and not having some sense of this. I mean,
Yeah.
otherwise we'd be new people with new thoughts and just thinking, another weird,
Right.
But,
Yeah.
but if people are writing about it, talking about it, doing television stories about
Yes.
it years and years and years ago, we're all seeing it.
Something
So
Yeah.
there's
there.
something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because, do you?
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I really do. I walk by some people and I go, they're an alien. They're an alien.
I definitely have met people where I'm like, you gotta be or a robot or an alien because you're not understanding how to respond in this moment.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on?
Oh.
Well, but I mean to the point of I think that somehow someone has shot down people like Elvis Presley who lived to be 42 or something, and then they burn out.
Yeah.
But they're here to teach us something. They're here to give us a lesson in life and largesse and I've always thought that the people who go out young, Michael Jackson, look what he did for the world. Look what he did.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And why did they go so early?
Yeah.
Because they're burned out. It was their time. They were sent for a specific person.
Did it.
Yeah. And then it said, okay, you got to come back.
Yeah. That's really cool.
That's
like
my thought.
that. Yeah.
I have no basis of reality behind that, but it's just my thought.
I like that.
Yeah.
I've never thought of that.
And
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley, yeah. Also the
Yeah,
idea
yeah,
that like
yeah, absolutely.
that like
Belushi,
Yeah.
Jeez.
there are so many,
Yeah.
and that like maybe like there is a crossover between ghosts and other like paranormal, that like some things, or like even like cryptids, that like that was like a theory I heard once, that like maybe Bigfoot is just some alien that can also disappear.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I loved the idea of Bigfoot.
I did too, but I kind of thought it was a hoax.
Yeah.
But maybe that was one thing I didn't quite get behind.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought somebody in that costume was having a really good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How fun.
I definitely believe in like fairies and things like that, though. Little other things that I'm like, what are you doing? You're just around. You're not a person, but you're just I famously, not famously, but like I had my keys hidden under a pile of washcloths once.
Famously.
And I was very famous for my keys being lost. But I was like, how would they get under washcloths? I don't know. I mean, I guess my brain's not working well, but I was like, someone hid them, and I think it's a fairy.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
I lost my jewelry for 2 years. It's so funny that you said washcloths. I tore this house, two diamond necklaces. I tore this house apart. I mean, I had two friends of mine. We tore it apart.
Yeah.
I went in the bathroom down here, and under the pile of washcloths were my diamond necklaces.
I have chills. Why are they doing that?
Oh my God.
With washcloths.
Yes. Because they're easy, they're light, they're little,
Yeah.
like,
And they're white.
and sometimes
Oh
you
my-
don't get to the bottom of them, like
Yeah.
when you're using them and you do laundry.
wash
But I
them.
never put them in that drawer.
Right.
That is so wild.
Well, now I'm
It's the same fairy.
Well, or maybe that's just a trick.
Or
They're
that's
like,
just
they'll
fairies'
never. It
thing.
takes them so long to find
They
them.
never
exactly
get down
right.
to that
They'll
washcloth.
never
They
walk
have
on
too
here.
many. This is a lesson about having too many washcloths.
Oh my goodness.
You don't need that many.
Have you always been pretty, like, even as a child, like pretty open to everything?
Oh, I thought you were going to stop with pretty. I know.
But yes,
Yes,
no,
I've
we
been-
saw pictures.
I've always been pretty. Yes.
Oh, we've seen pictures.
So have I?
have you always been like open to everything, like ghosts and stuff, like as a child? And
I think so.
yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I because one of the things that I always did was I always stopped to smell the flowers.
Yeah.
And as I would look at them, I was always so amazed at the design
yeah,
and how flowers are put together. And I said, how could that be? How could that be so perfect?
Yeah.
When God, as I knew God
Yep.
before, makes such imperfect people. how does that work that way?
Yeah.
Flowers and plants are always perfect. They always have 5 leaves on the stem. There's very, very rarely a variance in that. And I thought, who makes these? This is something. Who does this? I know they say there's this God, but how can he make all the flowers all over the world? That's a lot of work.
That's so much work.
And then looking over the people and looking over what the hell's going on here?
Yeah.
How is this happening? So I was very aware at a young age that something special was going on.
I love that.
And I didn't know what it was. But I made a decision as a child that I was going to find out.
Awesome.
You feel close
Do I feel close?
to finding out?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
cool.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
I've lived a huge life.
Yeah.
Huge life, and I have managed to do, all the things that I've kind of wanted to do. I mean, I'm a dilettante.
Yes.
I'm sort of a horticulturist. I'm a landscape architect. I'm a photographer. And I write, and I've done acting, and although I'm still doing it, but and I'm really interested in how things grow and how they evolve and how I see I can look. My vision has gotten to a point now in time where I can look at people and see the young part of them and see the old part of them.
What?
I mean, I literally can watch them get young and I can watch them get old. I see it all.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
So it's kind of it's a gift.
Yeah.
And maybe I've developed it. I don't know, but my vision has been accelerated, so to speak. And so it's interesting being here now.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
That's really cool.
How do I die?
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know.
You don't want to know.
Oh no, I don't see that. I don't see that. I don't see that.
Yeah.
I feel like I only relate in that you've met my cat. He's bad. I love him.
Stop talking about
I'm
your
obsessed with him.
cat.
But I feel like I know him so well, and that I know him as a person so well. Like I know exactly who he is, and in a way that I like that I could only say that about like some of my closest friends. That I'm like, I know this guy, and even when he's like doing his bad stuff, I'm like, I know what you're doing. You're just showing off right now. But like I know him so well. And in a way that I don't think I've ever thought of any other animal.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't it interesting? It's like when people go to, to find a pet.
Yeah.
And they'll go up and down the line.
Yep.
And there's that one dog. That one dog that you make connection with.
Yep.
You know that dog.
Yeah, you like fall in love with
You
them.
know that dog.
Yes.
And the dog knows you. Because he's going to do his best to get you.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah.
He's like, that's my person.
Well, I had a dog once, and I went into this cat shop, and I was buying cat food for some of the neighborhood cats.
Yeah.
This was in Santa Monica, and there was this little white puppy down behind the desk, and I said, "Oh, what's going on there?" And she said, "Well, some woman brought it in, and her kid was allergic, and we can't keep her, but we said we'd keep him, for a couple of days, and see if anybody's interested, and then he's got to go to the pound."
Oh.
And I said, "Well, but let him out." And so she opened the little door. He tore up and down those aisles like a road runner.
Oh my
and
God.
And he was showing off. He was showing off to me how cute he was and how adoring. And he came back and he sat at my feet and he went, So you're going to take me? You're going to take me?
Oh my God. I love that so much.
Did you?
Of course I did.
Absolutely.
Of course I did.
Good job. Bye.
That was Mr. Benny.
got close.
Mr. Benny.
Yeah. My cat was on my street under a car, and I saw him and said, "Come here," and he just followed me home like a puppy. Yeah.
Wow.
You
Yeah.
come here, and then he's like,
Come here.
He was looking for me. He saw a sucker.
Yep.
He's like, that. She'll take real good care.
Oh, what color?
Black.
Black cat. Yeah.
He has just 4 little white, individual white
Little
pieces of
dots
fur,
or something,
and then the same on his belly, and then one on his back. He's got little bits of white, but he's all black. Other than that, yeah.
Cool. Very cool.
He's a sassy boy.
Bo.
Yeah.
He's a sassy
It's
little
so
boy.
great.
Yeah.
It's so great.
He likes to show me he's the boss. He's like, I'll show you. This is my house
Cool.
now.
Thanks.
I think it's funny.
Well, see, there's a perfect example there because you know, as you have an animal around long, you read them. They read
Yes.
you.
Yeah.
You read each other.
Yep.
It's not impossible. It's like we go out with people. We develop that thing where we can read people
Yeah.
and trust your instincts.
Yes.
And so if you see an alien, you trust your instinct, you go, that's an alien. I'm moving on.
Yeah. On to the next.
I agree so much that it's so. I think our instincts are so much more attuned to the world than we realize. That you can really talk yourself out of trusting your gut.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
all the time.
I always say though, that. I mean, I'm only in my mid-30s now, but I'm like, even still, I've rarely been wrong about a gut instinct. And the only time I'm ever wrong is if someone's too much like me, that I don't like them. And then I'm like,
that's very
I
funny.
just didn't like. It took me a while to come around to someone who was too much.
To understanding that they had the things that you don't like about
Yes,
you.
that I was like,
yes.
oh, that's my shadow. I'm looking at my
of
shadow
course,
side, and
of
I'm not
course.
comfortable yet with
Yes,
it.
yes. I
don't
know that
like
one.
this.
So, what did you think when I opened the door and you saw me putting you on the spot here?
Oh,
I know.
I'm trying to think. It feels like a million years ago now.
So calm.
Yes, you were so.
I don't because also I'm a fan, so
Yes.
I was like, oh, I gotta be cool, and then immediately I was like, oh, okay, this is gonna be easy and fun.
I do feel like I was focused on the Agnes thing at first. And then as soon as we got in here, I was like, I love this. Yeah. So Agnes distracted me.
Agnes, yeah,
Also, I was like, is she playing with us? I didn't know if you were toying with us or not.
No.
Yeah. So I was just like, is she toy? And then I realized, I was like, oh, no, she's not. So, but I don't know.
yeah.
That's right. That's good.
My
That's
gut
good enough,
instinct
yeah.
usually takes
That's good.
it takes a couple minutes, but usually now I feel like I have this feeling. I'm like, I could probably call on you in 5 years and it would be just as comfortable. Like, it feels you're immediately a comfortable person too.
Yeah.
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 Pretty much. Yep.
That's nice.
Ah, it's the best.
Do you
I had a screened-in porch in Louisiana, which
What
I
a
just died
dream.
for.
Oh.
It was
they call those a
and
sleeping porch.
Oh.
Yeah.
just loved it because it faced the street, on two sides, and people would walk by this, and they could see me. Hey, Joanna, Miss Joanna. You busy, honey? Can we come in and have some coffee? Come on.
What a dream.
That's so nice.
I'm telling you, it was incredible.
Yeah.
I loved it so much. That was a life that I miss here.
Yeah.
I almost want to build. In fact, I probably will at some point build like
An
a little
awesome porch.
sitting porch out in the front there.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
so funny.
just so I can say hi to all the neighbors. And
Yes.
hi there. Hi. How's your dog? How's your wife?
Yes.
How's your foot, honey?
Betsy, you've been to my house. I have my computer. My desk is in the front
Yes.
window, overlooks the porch that looks onto the street. So many times I've seen friends walking on my street, because I keep the window open. I'll just scream, "Hey, what are you doing?" And then
We've gone to movies.
I've seen Betsy walking by, and so we went, let's go to a movie.
See, I love that.
It's
I love
the
same way.
best.
That's living to me.
Yes.
That is really living.
Yeah.
I just adore that.
Yeah.
I miss that here.
Yeah,
And
it
I
is
miss it.
I think that's one of the reasons why I love living in our area, because we'll see a lot of
Yeah, we run into a lot of
comedians live in that Los Feliz area, because
Yep.
the transplants from New York were like, this is where we go.
Sure.
And then all the other people were there, so we're like, oh, good, we see friends often.
Yeah,
and
it's
And you got some
nice.
great shops there, and some.
Yeah.
Is that bookstore still there?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I love
Yep.
that bookstore.
I try to go like not once, but I try to
Can't
go
wait
as
to
often
get
as
Bob
possible.
Woodward's book.
I am
Dying
it seems
to
wild.
What book? Tell me.
Oh,
Isn't
it's a big reveal.
Oh,
Big reveal.
I can't-
Anyway,
okay.
it's he's
Yeah.
a good writer.
Yeah.
For heaven's
I
sakes,
can't
he's
wait.
he's amazing.
I cannot
You see,
wait.
you look out here now. See all this vine.
Yes.
Yes.
Most
Oh,
people don't let the vines grow around the windows like
Yeah.
that. People aren't going to be inclined to
Yeah.
try and climb through these vines.
Yeah, no way.
You know,
Yeah.
to
and also they're beautiful.
They're so
too.
nice too.
And they're
They make
lovely
it
to
look,
look at,
Yeah.
yes.
It has like a very like European feel to it.
What a dream.
Do you have any other stories you want to share with us, or we can listen to some listener stories as well?
let's listen to a
All
listener
right,
story.
let's
Listen,
do
those
that.
are great stories.
Hey, you guys, this is Lexi. So to start off, I legitimately think that something follows me around, and I have a ton of stories, but I'm just going to tell you a couple of them. So the first one happened a very long time ago, back in high school, and my friend was over. We were sitting on the bed watching TV in my room. I was going through clothes in the closet, getting rid of some, and I stepped out of the room to use the restroom. And when I came back, she was freaking out. And apparently what had happened is that the TV was rapidly changing channels. And as soon as I walked in, it completely stopped. So she was freaking out, asking me if I did it somehow. We checked everything. The remote was far away. The buttons were not stuck or anything. There was just no way that could have happened. And it was just weird that it happened when I walked out, and then right when I walked in, it stopped. So fast forward years, this actually happened maybe 3 years ago. I'm living with my husband and then my best friend and her daughter, who's a toddler. They were home alone, and they were like messing around on Snapchat, filming themselves being cute or whatever. And as soon as I came home, a picture, like a large picture that was hanging on her wall, fell off the wall, made a big loud noise, and she actually caught the tail end of it on her video. I wonder if she still has it. I don't know. And I went upstairs to say hi, and she was legitimately freaking out, and she's like, as soon as you got here, that fell off the thing, blah, blah, blah. And I don't understand. It's weird that happened, and of course, right when I get there, it's always something when I'm there. And this was 2 different people. So those were just some small ones, but the main thing that happened to me, like I said, I have a whole bunch, but this one really sticks out in my head. So the very first apartment that my husband and I got together, we were just merely boyfriend and girlfriend at the time. It was a brand new apartment complex in the middle of San Fernando Valley. So we rented out just a small 1-bedroom on the 2nd level. It was a 4-story apartment, so there would have been people above us. One night, I always had a really uneasy feeling in that place, just to let you know. And one night, I woke up in the 3 o'clock hour, and I hear banging and screaming, blood-curdling screams, and it sounds like someone's upstairs basically being murdered. But I just woken up from like a dead sleep, so it took me a second to realize what was going on. So I woke up my husband, and I'm like, listen. As soon as he wakes up, there's nothing. Not a sound, no footsteps, nothing. So we wait a couple seconds. He goes back to bed because there's nothing going on. I stay up a little bit longer just to make sure, because it was really creepy. And I wanted to make sure that it wasn't, something illegal going on, someone dying for sure. So the next morning, I called the front desk and I was like, hey, can you check upstairs for me? See if the people are okay, or just, tell them that they need to not be so loud at 3 a.m. or whatever. He calls me back not even a minute later and says, hey, there's no one that lives above you. there's no one that lives anywhere around you except for below you. And we both were like, what? I don't know if he thought I was kidding, but I was like, I swear to God, this is what I've heard. And I know I wasn't dreaming it, because I remember specifically sitting up in my bed and listening and waking up my husband. So that has always stuck with me. And it's weird because as soon as we left that building, I didn't feel uneasy anymore. There was definitely, I would have never expected it in a brand new apartment complex. It's just so weird. So yeah, I've had like things happen, a lot of poltergeist stuff, like a lot of things falling off of stuff. And I mean, I'd be more than happy to share more with you. I think I got a suitcase that is haunted from Goodwill. I mean, if you guys want to hear about it, I mean, they're not that great, but I mean, it's paranormal, okay? So just let me know. Okay,
Lexi, tell us about that suitcase.
You have to send more of the stories.
And your poltergeist stuff.
What do you think of that?
Well, I think that's all very. What I think is that she has some kind of really connective energy.
Yeah.
That the spirits or the ghosts or whatever you want to call them are reacting to.
Yes.
And they're letting her know in the only way they know how is that they're there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a bad thing at all. I
Yeah.
think they're just, telling her, we're here.
Yeah.
Now, of course, in the movies, they take that a step further and
Right.
they, pull
Yeah.
somebody into the television or something.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think it's kind of cool myself.
Yeah.
I do think like the story about the television turning on and off or changing channels, that is a thing that I've heard from like other mediums, that like one of the easiest things for a spirit to manipulate is electricity.
Yes.
We are electricity.
Yes.
That's the thing. Now, that has
Yeah.
happened to me here.
Yes.
Really?
Yes, where it'll just start spinning and the picture will go on and off, and I'll
Oh,
go,
wow.
and then I'll go around to like the other televisions. Nothing will be going on
Yep.
with them at all. It'll be this one. We're in the room that I'm sitting,
Yeah.
Wow.
and it's just on and off and on and
not
off
a
and blinking
surge,
and
it's
then
just-
blinking,
yeah.
blinking, and I just have to walk away and gather my patience and go, oh my gosh, they're trying to contact me again.
Yeah.
And I then I just sit down calmly and wait, do a little needlepoint and turn the television off and wait till it calms down and say, I'm here, it's cool.
Have you ever been like, okay, what do you want me to do? Like that? Like,
Sure.
yeah.
Sure I have.
Whoa.
That's a very tough answer to get.
Yes.
That-
Okay.
That really
Right.
is,
Yeah.
because it's not like a Ouija board where they can write out,
Yeah.
and I said, maybe I should get a Ouija board.
Oh my God. Those
I don't
scare
know,
me.
but
I don't know why that scares me so much.
They scare
too.
me too.
They
That's why
scare
I've never
me.
really quite had one around,
Yeah.
but I've put out a pen and paper.
Really? Yeah.
Just to to see if anything happened, and so far nothing has happened
Okay.
with that. But
Yeah.
it doesn't mean it won't.
Yeah.
Right.
But it is very difficult for them to
Yeah.
communicate other
Right.
than doing something obviously attention getting.
Right.
You
Yes.
know. So
Yeah.
just
feels-
like the bowl moving away from my son. I'm going to show you
Okay.
later. It's
Yes.
It was a very critical thing because my son's been going through some stuff, and
Okay.
I put the bird there, and the Indian bowl contained very important beads,
Yeah.
and so to me it was a healing situation.
Yes.
And so I was very purposeful
Yep.
when I
Right.
did it.
Yep.
And then when I saw the bowl moved over here, I went, okay, let me try and figure this one out.
Right.
My son doesn't want to get healed.
Yeah.
I was going through this
Yeah.
whole litany of thought and, trying to figure out what's
Yeah.
going on. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to interpret it correctly.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. That's
Because
it too.
they're, maybe that was their only way of showing that they were here, that they were
Yep.
paying attention was
Right.
to push the bowl.
Yeah.
Or the
That's
bird would
huge,
fall over,
like,
but that
yeah.
was huge. That was huge.
Yeah.
And maybe they were saying, yes, okay, we
working on
love this. We're going to work with this.
Yeah.
Or acknowledging like,
Yeah, exactly.
It's,
So-
it's already working.
Yeah. And it was the night that he came over here.
Whoa.
So
yeah.
That's crazy.
is what really blew my mind.
Yes.
You know, I mean, that said it all.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
This has been so amazing.
This has been so great.
Thank
you.
Could talk to you for hours, but I'm sure you have a lovely Sunday planned for yourself.
Is it Sunday? I
is.
guess
It
it is.
is.
Oh, I've got to go to the farmer's market.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, right?
Before it gets too busy. This has been so
thank
amazing. Is there
you.
anything like to our listeners if they want to like follow up and like check out what you're up to now? Anywhere you want them to like?
Oh, sure. Well, look out for a couple things. I did a.
Oh, the
there's a
3 legs.
Three-legged chair.
I did a pilot with George Lopez that we're waiting to hear about,
Oh,
and then
great.
I did a pilot with Dennis Leary playing his mother, which is it's a fabulous show.
my
Shoots
God,
in
I
New York. I
bet.
wouldn't mind that at all.
Yeah, right?
And there's something else that I'm going out for on Tuesday, so wish me
Yes.
luck,
Oh my God,
girls.
break a
You know,
leg.
yeah.
You're
More
going
of
to
you.
kill it. It's going to
Yes.
be great.
Yeah.
Oh,
well, I'm
that's
planning to.
exciting.
That's another thing I have to do today. I got to get to work.
Yeah. I have to memorize the
Learning my lines.
Yeah.
Gotta run through the scene.
Yeah.
Thank you so
That's
much for
really
being on.
great.
Yeah,
You're
thank
so
you so
cute. You're
much.
so much fun.
Thank
This is the
you.
best. Oh, yeah. Thank you so much for listening to A Funny Feeling.
If you have a paranormal experience that you would like to share, please send us a voice memo, or you can email us just a letter at funnyfeelingpod@gmail.com. I'm Marcy.
I'm Betsy, and don't shit your pants.
That was a HeadGum podcast.